find me, yeah, I'm in the front row. Got my 2 tickets on me, I'm in the front row. It's the best place to be, I'm in the front row. Best place to be, yeah. If you wanna find me, yo, I'm in the front row. Got my 2 tickets on me, I'm in the front row.
Good afternoon, everybody. Guess I'm second to last, which is what you guys normally rank me anyway. So it's a good start to Pac-12 Media Day, and excited to be here. Super excited to be a part of this day today, representing the University of Arizona, and thrilled on where our program's going. Thrilled on where it's gone the last 7 months. And really excited about the team that we have here. Let's say we have 2 outstanding leaders that we brought with us, Pandy and Stanley Berryhill, 2 fifth-year players that have been a part of a lot of coaching changes, have been a part of a lot of different staffs, and both of them had opportunities to go elsewhere at the end of this year, and both of them decided to stay. And they've become incredible leaders for our program. And super excited about that. It's personal for me, it's personal for my family to be a part of this university and be a part of our program. My family has embraced Tucson. My wife and my 3 girls absolutely love it, and we're excited to make it home for a very long time. We've worked extremely hard over the course of the last 7 months to not just change the culture, but create our own culture. We talk about, from the very beginning, an expectation of really taking a mindset of becoming a pro. And when we say becoming a pro, we talk to our players about being purposeful, being resilient, being original in everything they do. We talk to our team about the values that we have in our program and how important it is that we don't need to live in a world of rules as long as we live in a world of values. And our program and our team has completely embraced it. Our guys have done an unbelievable job academically. Since we've arrived, it's the highest GPA they've ever had. They've done an unbelievable job when it comes to community service. They've done over 700 hours of community service. They've taken care of their bodies, and they understand the importance of being available this fall. We have 93% of our team vaccinated. We have 8 players out of the 118 on the roster that currently are not, and we believe it's a competitive advantage to get vaccinated and to live freely, let's say, in terms of their health and their wellness. And we want our players to take care of themselves in every way, shape, or form. We're excited about some of the things that we've done with our team in regards to We Educate Wednesday. We started a program with our team where they have been able to learn from and hear from some of the very best in all professions, in all walks of life. We've had the 17th Surgeon General of the United States speak to our team last Wednesday. We've had Sean McVay speak to our team. We've had Jim Caldwell speak to our team, and we've had Barry Sheck from the Innocence Project speak to our team. We've had guys like Mike Lombardi, and Howie Roseman, NFL general managers, and then in turn we've also had professors from our university in everything from indigenous law to African American studies to Title IX. So we recognize the landscape of college football, we recognize the landscape of building a program, and we are excited to do it. And we've embraced it, we believe in it. We believe Tucson is a special place. We have brought in a lot of transfers that have been at other universities from around the country that have come to join our program. We brought a lot of people back to the state of Arizona. We believe it is our job to recruit Arizona better than it's ever been recruited. And I 100% believe that if you're going to choose a state university, choose the one in your own state, first and foremost. And if we can get guys to come to the University of Arizona from the state of Arizona, we are going to do very, very well. And we also believe in our neighboring states and how important recruiting is there. And we are going to spend every waking moment doing the best job we possibly can to recruit the very, very best to come to the University of Arizona. We hired a great staff. We hired Don Brown, who not even arguably statistically is the best defensive coordinator in college football over the last 8 years. We were able to get him from the University of Michigan. He's had the #1 ranked defense at Boston College in 2015, the #1 ranked defense at Michigan in 2016, and a top 5 defense for 4 out of the last 5 years. Offensively, we hired Brennan Carroll. For all of you in LA, you must be familiar with the name. It's Pete Carroll's son. And Brennan was at USC. Brennan was with me at the University of Miami, and Brennan was at the Seattle Seahawks the last 6 or 7 years to be our offensive coordinator. And then we hired Jimmy Doherty, who was most recently at UCLA the last 4 years, to come join us and be our passing game coordinator. We believe our staff is as good as it gets. We believe in our players. We believe in our program, and I am extremely grateful to our administration for giving me this opportunity to be here today. So I will open it up to any and all questions that you might have.
Hi, Coach. You know, all I see is joy. I've been covering this team for a while now, and I love the joy that you've brought to the program. So seeing Ricky Hunley and Chuck Cecil full of joy as well, wanting this more than anything, knowing that you also wanted a job like this and bringing them along has meant a lot to a lot of fans. So what have you learned from those two coaches about the University of Arizona that's helped you?
Yeah, well, thank you. And, you know, joy actually, I want to give some credit there to Steve Kerr, another Arizona Wildcat. And anybody that's done any research and read or listened to any podcast that Steve has done, one of the 4 values of the Golden State Warriors is joy. And I've done a lot of research in my past, and I always felt like if I ever had a chance to build my own program, joy was going to surround it. Bringing in Ricky Hunley and Chuck Cecil and Teddi Bruschi gave me an opportunity to bring in 3 Hall of Famers, and we only have 4. So the fact that we have 3 college football Hall of Famers on our staff in different capacity gives me a great chance to be successful. When it comes to Teddi really has done a great job for me from the outside, being an advisor for me, being a resource and running our leadership council. Ricky and Chuck, they exude passion and they exude joy. And what we get from them is every day you have a coach of the safeties and a coach of the defensive line that has done that, been there, been to the NFL, coached in the NFL, played in the NFL, drafted in the NFL, and were some of the best players that's ever played at the University of Arizona. But they love it, and we love having them around, and our players benefit from it.
Also, the uniforms. So there's been a lot of fans asking to bring the uniforms back to what it used to be, and I did I get that inkling that we're going to get some new uniforms this season?
Yeah, I think I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell the recruits. Don't worry about the uniforms. We got to play well, and hopefully those uniforms will look good on them. And I think everybody will be happy with the way they look. But I do believe in tradition, and I do believe in basics. And I believe in being able to wear the same helmet for every game.
And speaking about traditions, I only have a couple more. Speaking about, this is my only chance. Speaking about traditions, what game day traditions? Are you going to bring back some that we've had, or are you going to come up with new ones? Like there's a catwalk, they sing the Bear Down song if they win in the locker room.
Yeah, it's like a layup right there. In terms of game day, we are going to try to change as much as we can and embrace what's worked. And for us, we're absolutely going to do the catwalk. We're excited about that. I've always had dreams of being a college head coach one day and getting off that bus with my wife and walking, leading a team. And we're going to do that. We are going to incorporate some new songs. We're going to incorporate a little bit more of a party atmosphere. I really believe it should be the best 4-hour party. That's what college football is. And if you miss out on that, you're missing out on we all missed out on it in 2020. So we need to find a way to get a party atmosphere back. We're going to bring a DJ right in the heart of the Zona Zoo. And we're going to make it as much fun as humanly possible. Then we're going to, in the third quarter, we're going to sing some songs and hopefully win some ball games.
Okay, thanks.
Biggest improvement is just all of our offensive guys are healthy right now. Well, majority of them. And I feel like we missed out on a lot of players that at one point we were playing with 3 receivers last year, and we had 4 receivers on the field at a time. So there was times where we didn't have the right people on the field. But in just knowing our assignment, executing the assignment better with this offense that we're running, people are buying into it and we're learning a lot of new things. And when we execute, we make a lot of big plays.
So Coach Fisch, you can hear him from across the room, is very happy and excited, and he brings a lot of joy that I've seen on your faces. And what did he say to you guys when you had the meetings to keep you, to retain you at Arizona? Because, you know, the fans are very happy that you guys stayed.
Yeah, I would just say Coach Fisch, he made football fun again. There's a lot of people on our team who didn't enjoy playing football. Their minds are on other things, distracted, but Coach Fisch came in here with a plan, and it was to make football fun again, and that's exactly what he did. You see how much fun we have on our social media and spring games and all that kind of thing. So Fisch, he just kept it real, kept it straight up, and people like that. People like honesty, and when you buy into, if you buy into stuff like that, big things could happen.
What do you think, Anthony?
We want to play for him. The offense, defense, people on the special teams, people who aren't playing, they want to play for Coach Fisch. So that's something that's really big that we want to play for our coach. He does a lot of team activities called Team of Teams. So it's like probably about 12 teams of just random people that aren't in the same position group, anything, and we all compete against each other to build like unity with offensive, defensive players, things like that. So it's really big for the team to have chemistry.
Yeah, so you have chemistry this year, which I'm seeing. So you said you won a race. Which one was it? The potato sack race or the?
No, it was the first little 30 seconds of the video, they show like a starting in the race, and you can't really see because it's from behind, but that was the race. It was a 30-yard sprint. I won the race.
Do you feel like you guys have somewhat of like a vengeance type of things going for this season, considering how last season went for you?
Personally, I do. Like, I think the whole team does because it's personal to everyone, but for me, it's just our last game that we played, it wasn't a great game, and we had a lot of players missing on defense, and we need that respect. I want people to respect us. I'm tired of walking around people just like Arizona, or Pac-12, like we're gonna get the respect we deserve this year.
Well, ASU, we asked them, and they said they're going to win this year. But they did note that you have a new coach. And so what do you say back to them?
Excited. I'm ready for September 2nd.
Yeah, I'm ready for everybody to come see what that heat like. You know what I mean? I'm ready for it. I'm ready for that to happen.
You guys have a prediction for the Arizona game this year? Because it's been shoved in the Arizona fans, 70-7.
Man, yeah, we got 70 reasons.
I predict another win.
Yeah, I predict another dub, but I know they're going to be coached by a good team. I mean, they're going to be coached by a good head coach.
It's a different program now.
Yeah, it's going to be different.
It's gonna be a good game.
And we got Scotty Graham over there, so he was from ASU, so I can't wait to see him on the field. Rub it in his face.
Say back to them.
Let them talk. I'm proving on the field. We gonna prove it on the field.
Always. I would just say that we all have a chip on our shoulder. If you walk around our facility, you see players walking around with a different kind of swagger and a different feel. You could tell that we want it, and everybody wants it on the team. It could be from the fourth-string offensive lineman to the superstar of the team. Everybody's walking around as an equal, and we're all on the same page. And it's not one person over here and one person over there. We're all one this year.
There's no more egos this year, pretty much.
I think
we're all together.
I think the respect that we have for each other is going to pay off on the field. So we don't need all these teams to respect us here. We can do it ourselves, and we're going to prove a lot of naysayers wrong.
And you have all these NFL coaches now. Yeah. Like the amount of connections you have between Ricky Hunley, Chuck Cecil, Ted Bruschi, Jedd Fisch is off the chain.
Safeties coach.
Yeah. So So you're learning things, you said, that you've never learned before in college.
Yeah.
So is that like giving you a breath of fresh air as well?
Of course, yeah. Especially having a new DC, all these plays, NFL style defense, NFL style offense, preparing us for the next level already. Something that a lot of college kids don't have the opportunity to do. I mean, all of our coaches are explaining to us what it takes to get to the next level, what they do in the next level, how they're watching film, how they're preparing for games, how they're eating, how they're taking care of their self-recovery. Just all that stuff ties in, and it makes a big deal.
And then when the freshmen come in, do you feel like there's, for the last 2 years you guys have been there for all the visits, right? Are these visits, are they different now? Is it like the Matt Dudek days, or is it more fun?
I would say, yeah, it's more fun. Coach Fisch makes it just like a family feel, like barbecues at his house. Like that never happened before. So Coach Fisch knows what he's doing. He's a smooth criminal. And big things are going to happen under him. We're going to get a lot of good commits that people are going to wonder why we're getting them, but because we're a family at U of A, it's not like any other college here.
Anthony, how has Coach Bruschi enhanced like your mental approach towards the game?
I talk to Coach Bruschi probably like once a week, probably every Wednesday, and he just asks me about things that are going on in the facility. We have like a leadership group, and he just asks us about things that are going on in the facility, things that we need to improve on, things that we want to change, if we need any advice from him. So he'll explain to us like what happened when he was in college, like things he went through, or when he was in the NFL, what helped him become the player he was, how he had unity in the locker room, how he dealt with freshmen who weren't trying to listen, like stuff like that. So just small things that make a big difference in the long run.
And how do you see him improving your game on the field?
Honestly, I leave that up to Coach Brown. I haven't talked to Teddi too much about like on the field, but Coach Brown's getting me right on the field for sure, undoubtedly.
So is he real old school, but he still resonates with your millennials? How's that work?
I mean, Coach Brown's had a lot of players he sent to the NFL, so he knows how to like talk to players. He knows how to deal with them. I mean, he had Devin Bush like a couple years ago, so I don't know. He had the last ranked defense with Boston College and made them #1. So everyone's just gonna keep talking, saying what they want about us, and we're gonna see BYU game.
I'm looking forward to it.
What does BYU not know is coming for them when they see you on the field?
They don't understand that the Wildcats are going to come in there with a whole different attitude. Jedd Fisch leading us, Don Brown leading us on defense. Just so we have a chip on our shoulder, and no one understands that. They think that we're just Arizona pushovers, and we're not.
Coach Fisch said that he's bringing back the joy, per Steve Kerr. You guys have been able to have all kinds of famous people talk to you. So you're feeling the joy. So he says he has new things he's going to be installing in the games, new songs, fun, a DJ in the Zona Zoo.
Oh, yeah. The DJ.
Are you guys looking forward to new traditions?
Yeah, of course. It's always good to have something new. Brings excitement to the team, engagement. People want to learn. People want to be coached, and that's exactly what they're doing with the staff.
I could keep going,
I have a question for you, Anthony. What was some like an experience or some advice that you got during your years at Narbonne that you carry with you?
I mean, playing at Narbonne, I was a defensive end until my senior year, so I was like an undersized D lineman. So that already right there, I was pretty much like going into every game like, I'm Anthony Pandy, you're not gonna like. I had like a little cockiness, but I'm Narbonne, you know, I'm in LA, but I don't know. I just always got a chip on my shoulder. I feel like I've always been like an underdog in a sense. So that's just always stuck with me throughout the seasons.
Do you still talk to your Narbonne players at all? Like, do you ever talk to Devon?
Oh yeah, my players for sure. Just not my coaches too much. Just my linebacker coach would reach out to me sometimes. I remember we'd have to do 250 up downs with a weight vest just before camp every year, and I was just like, oh my gosh. But he said the up downs were to help us get used to contact and hitting the floor, popping up, or like striking. So it was for a reason, but he didn't tell me that until after high school. I would just be out there just Narbonne, hot summer, just Cali kid. Why am I doing this?
You each come from huge families. Mm-hmm. Like you're one of 10 and you're one of 7. Mm-hmm. Did I get that right?
Yeah, I got 6 more.
One of 11.
One of 11. Wow. So how does that help each one of you get along with all your teammates? Because you probably have all those personalities in your house. So when you go Do you go like, that's my sister so-and-so's personality? I mean, did it help you guys in football and being on a team, having so many siblings?
Yeah, I would say it does a lot. I mean, I'm smack dab in the middle. I got a couple older siblings and a couple younger siblings. And yeah, I do sometimes see one player acting like my older brother. He doesn't really listen, always got to talk. But it's not anything crazy. I mean, it's love. I love all my teammates and I love all my siblings. And I think it helps a little bit, but you don't really think about it too much when you're with your teammate. You just make it happen.
So you guys get to battle one another every day in practice. How would you characterize the defense and how would you characterize the offense?
What do you mean by characterize? Like, what's our?
How would you describe?
How would you describe them? How would you define them?
We come in for the quarterback. We come in every.
No.
You describe the offense.
Oh, the offense.
You gotta give us some praise. That's your team.
The offense. I don't know. I hate offenses, honestly. So I love my players. I love my offense, and I'm gonna always give them my best so like they can prepare for what they're gonna play against another team. So that's what I try to do every practice, just be the best me I can, and I'm not going light on them ever. Even though they're my teammates, I'm not gonna like crack back them or like give them an illegal hit. But if I could have, I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna run up. I'm here. Like I'll let you. Like I'm gonna let them know in their ear real quick. But offense, they come in this year. It's different than every other offense that I've had throughout college.
I would say our defense, they're fast, they're physical, they hit every play, regardless if you get the ball or not. I'll be running across the route, and I'll see Dante Smith or Pandy out the corner of my eye, and I kind of got to make a move so I don't get full-on contact, maybe just get sideswiped or something. But the defense plays with this chip on their shoulder, a whole different mentality than I've ever seen them play, and I think they're going to do some crazy things this season.
What have been some of your early impressions of all the new faces in the lineup?
I mean, we got Jerry Roberts. He's from Bowling Green. He's just a clown. A clown, literally a clown. That's all I can say about Jerry. One of the freshmen that I really like a lot is Jackson. I'm not sure, I forgot what his last name is, but he's from Texas. He's a big kid. He's well positioned, and I think he's probably going to be a good player next year. Malik Reed. He's really explosive, but not too much, nothing crazy in the new linebacker room.
What are maybe some of the things that Coach Brown and Coach Dzinski are they really harping on for you guys as linebackers that they want to see when you guys hit the field next year?
Strike, create contact, don't wait for it to come to us. Fill our gaps, play downhill, read our keys, don't make mistakes. Like that's what Coach Brown's main thing is. Just play, but don't make mistakes.
Anthony, you're obviously one of the most experienced defenders on the Wildcats defense, with over 130 career tackles. Is there anything approaching this fall that you want to work on improving your game?
Everything. I'm never complacent with who I am or what I'm doing, even just outside of football. I just want to improve myself always in every position. So one-on-one coverage, pass coverage, run stopping, pass blocking. I mean, I don't pass block, but they need me on offense. I'll go over there too. But everything. I'm trying to improve myself in every way.
Do you consider yourself the leader of the front seven?
Yeah, but I don't like to look at it that way because I need them just as much as they need me.
What does Ricky Hunley and Chuck Cecil bring to you guys? Like, you already felt like you're Arizona Wildcats, but those guys, they really still live and bleed red, white, and cardinal, whatever the colors are. So what is it that they have brought to practice, to the program? Because they look real excited to be there.
Yeah, Coach Cecil, I mean, we've seen glimpses of it before he was actually on the staff when he would come and talk before the games when we play ASU, and you could see the passion in his heart. He starts crying, he gets worked up, starts yelling.
Not a sad cry though.
Not a sad cry, just he's angry. He just wants us to be great so bad because he's a Wildcat through and through, and he's a walk-on. So I connect real well with Coach, and I've talked to him a lot about my journey and his journey and being small and underdogs and all that. But you could just feel it. It's a different feeling when you talk to them compared to talk to a different coach who's hasn't been there. But Coach Cecil, he's just a dude who always have your back no matter what. Like he's a Wildcat for sure, and that's what he does. So having him on the staff is just a whole nother level we're getting taken to.
He has some crazy in him still a little bit too, Coach Cecil. Because he'll grab my helmet before the game. Like, I'm warming up, he'll grab my head, bang his head against my helmet. Like, so if he doing that, I know I got to come with it.
And does Ricky have, I know he has a lot of sayings.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any saying that sticks in your head from him? Because I know he has a lot of sayings.
He calls me pudgy.
Oh,
and I
no.
take that as offense every day. So, yeah, that's something that sticks in my head.
One thing I hear Coach Hunley say is, if you're not here, somebody else will be. So that's on the same track of taking things personal. Like, if I'm not here, they're going to get a player just as good as me to take my spot. And he's so wise. I talk to him, and he comes into when I'm talking to the receivers coach all the time, and he just tells us stories about when he played or when he coached and things that happened in his life, and you just see how much he cares also.
Go ahead.
How have your coaches made you better men?
That's a great question.
I would have to say that they respect us, and a lot of times coaches come with these egos when they come from big places, but they're family men, and they're helping me become a leader and a mentor, especially to my younger siblings that I need to be, especially if I want to be a teacher. They're some of the best teachers I've ever had, and they're not even teaching me in a school setting. So all these coaches, and they all know what's going on. Like Coach Fisch has 3 daughters, so it's big on treating women with respect. That's huge to him, and it's huge to all of our coaches because a lot of them have daughters and they have kids. So just learning from them, it's been a blessing.
We have this program every Wednesday called We Educate Wednesday, and Coach Fisch brings in or have on Zoom calls like lawyers or doctors or people talking about like why we should get the vaccine. Or he had Steve Kerr, Coach Carroll one time. He just has a whole bunch of different people from different what's the word I'm looking for? From different career fields. Pretty much explaining to us like what they go through, what we'll go through outside of football, and it's for us as humans first and people aside from football, and that's what every Wednesday is for until we start playing again.
Have they been teaching about NLI and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, we had someone come speak about it every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Not about just NIL, but
right.
Different things.
That was one of them.
But that was one of them that we had for our Wednesday. Yeah. NFL coach, we had Sean McVay. We've had some.
What did he tell you guys? He's our LA coach here.
I don't want to get too.
Oh, you can't say it.
But he put us on some game.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
With the return of fans, what are you looking forward to the most?
Just having Zona Zoo back. Like, you always hear we're the #1 student section in the country, and without them, it's just boring. The games aren't as fun. So we got a glimpse of it during the spring game of having them back, and the energy was just electric in the stadium. So being able to have 65,000 people back in our stadium is going to be great, and a lot of people are looking forward to it. So it's going to be good.
A lot of your alumni are really excited too about the season coming up, and didn't Jedd bring back 200 alumni or 100-something alumni?
Yeah, a lot of people are engaged. It's like the city of Tucson, the alumni, the coaching staff, the school. It's just everyone's engaged, and that's making everyone want to play. Pretty much, everyone is a tight community, a lot of chemistry, a lot of just togetherness, family oriented. It feels like, in a sense, even though I'm not from Tucson, I feel like people there welcome me.
Last question right here. All right. Coach Fisch was just interviewing him back there, and he was talking about he wants you guys just to have fun, and he wants to bring that type of energy to practice and just to the team. Can you describe what kind of energy he does bring to the program?
Yeah, it's just every day. You know what you're gonna get when you're with Coach Fisch. I mean, he might throw in a couple surprises here and there. Like we have this thing called Sandstorm, where the song comes on, and then the 2-minute drill. You got to rush and do the 2-minute drill. And then we execute it, and then you see us do it in actual practice, and then we're executing it because things he did, but we have fun while we're doing it because we're competing and talking trash to the defense while we're going 85 yards down the field to try to convert a 2-minute drill. But yeah, he brings electric energy every day. It's like he's a kid in a candy shop when he steps on the field.
Offense don't talk trash to the defense. They know better.
Thanks, everybody.
Fair down.